It's June, so you know what that means. That's right, it's Pride Month! Pride Month is a great month filled with celebrations and fun events for members of the LGBTQ+ community. However, I think it's interesting a lot of people don't know why we have a Pride Month in the first place. Hello everyone, I'm solarsaber, and today I'll be giving you a history lesson about the origin of Pride Month. Yes, I tricked you into clicking this video by titling it Furry Pride, but hear me out. A majority of the furry fandom fall under some part of the LGBTQ+ community. So, I feel that this video is relevant to furries, and I think it's important to know the history of a month you celebrate. I was inspired to make this video after I drew my persona Venus, repping not only the regular lesbian flag, but the black lesbian flag as well. That's the flag in the background, and here's a better view of it if you were curious. I got a lot of replies saying, why do we need a black lesbian flag? Why can't we just use the regular lesbian flag? And other similar things, which made me realize, wow, a lot of people don't even know the history of the month they're participating in. So I'm here to tell you a brief version of it, because if I covered everything, we'd be here all day. Many people are aware of the Stonewall riots, but before we go into that, I'll give you some background information. In the 1960s, police raids of gay clubs and bars were extremely frequent because back then, the gathering of homosexuals, yes that's a quote, was deemed disorderly and grounds for arrest. The New York State Liquor Authority actually shut down places that served alcohol to known or suspected members of the gay community because of this. Also, back then, it was illegal to dress as the gender opposite to you, so police would go into gay bars and arrest transgender people just because they could. This went on for years, and of course, people were getting sick of it. In June of 1969, police raided a gay club called the Stonewall Inn in New York City. I think it's important to note that most of the people in this club were people of color. Stormy DeLavery, a black lesbian and drag king, was credited with starting the Stonewall riots. It is said that when the police were raiding Stonewall Inn, she fought the police, while handcuffed, after they repeatedly hit her with their batons, while people just stood there and watched. She looked at the crowd and shouted, "Why don't you guys do something?" After that, the riot began, and the community finally started fighting back. Many people still argue about who really started the riot, but DeLavery said she did, and many eyewitnesses also said she did. The riot at Stonewall sparked 6 days of riots, mostly led by black queer women. These riots were to protest against the police and civil injustice the gay community was facing at the time. Marsha P. Johnson, a black drag queen, was a very important figure when it came to gay rights. Many people actually believe she started the Stonewall riots, but she herself said she was not present when the riot started. However, she was a founder of the Gay Liberation Front, which was the name of several gay liberation groups. This group was founded right after the Stonewall riots began. The GLF organized protests and marches to fight for gay rights. Marsha also co-founded the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, also known as STAR, with her best friend Sylvia Rivera, who identified as a drag queen and then later in life as a trans woman. She was another prominent figure in gay rights. STAR was an organization that helped homeless drag queens, transgender, and gay youth. The first Pride celebration was a year after the Stonewall riots, a commemoration of the events that occurred so everyone could remember what gay activists went through just to be somewhat heard. In 1999, President Bill Clinton declared June to be Gay and Lesbian Pride Month, to remember the Stonewall riots. In 2009, President Barack Obama declared June to be LGBT Pride Month, in order to be more inclusive. Then, in 2021, President Joe Biden declared June to be LGBTQ+ Pride Month, including even more identities in the name. Anyway, to relate this back to my point in the beginning, I use the regular lesbian flag, but I also use the black lesbian flag, because it seems so many people have forgotten black women are one of the major reasons we have a Pride Month in the first place. Yes, other races contributed to the gay rights movement. I'm not saying they didn't, but often black queer women are excluded from queer history when we were a really big part of it. I'm sure many of you didn't even know some of the people I named existed until just now, but now you do, and I hope you're more educated for it. Like I said, I know there's a lot more to the history of Pride Month, but I can't possibly cover everything. I just wanted to cover the main points, and to keep your attention. I hope this was informative for you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe this Pride Month, and remember, shine bright.